What's going on today, guys? Primal Sabbath here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Night Shining Ink exclusives from the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom line. The last one of these I looked at was Orva, the one from Roma Collectibles, and I was kind of weary on getting these in, but fortunately I've had some time to really put some wear and tear on these. If you want to, I posted a link to a Twitter post that I made, so you can kind of see like some really cool outdoor shots and why I really like these figures a whole bunch. And during like just taking some of those pictures, like they made some like almost like 6-foot falls like onto the ground, like on like bounced off of like tree roots and anyways. So they're all still fine. Nothing broke off on them. I've been handling, putting weapons in and out of their hands and all that other stuff. You're going to have to do a couple of things before you do kind of get to work on these. Now, one thing I didn't do, but it is recommended that you do, is Sparrow included this little piece of paper. I don't have it with me. It says you probably should give them like the warm water treatment, maybe not boiling, but definitely like what I do is I'll bring it to a boil and I'll pour it in a cup, and then you drop the figures in the cup. Just kind of breaks up some of these joints that they may or may not be seized. So just kind of, keep that in mind. I did not do that, but what I did do was for the spears, and I did it poorly, was I kind of took a long toothpick and some rubber bands, and I kind of tightened the rubber bands a little too tight. But I did that with the spears just to kind of sort of straighten those out. Also, and it's really just for the Royal Guard figures. And I'm just going to kind of bring this one to the forefront first. These, like, they're little knives. It's going to be out of focus, isn't it? So these little knives right here, as you can see, these I didn't really do much with. I just kind of bent them with my hands. Do so at your own risk, obviously. And there's the spear. You can see that's just where I had it a little too tight, but you're going to have to straighten those up. You're also going to have to take a 1/16 drill bit just to kind of ream that hole out a little bit. As it is, the paint's sort of gunked up, but once you do that, just hand crank it. Don't use the actual battery drill part of it. Just hand crank it a little bit, and it'll fit in there just fine, as it should. It does look really cool. I really like these guys with the spears, despite the pictures that I took had them with the swords. Now, each of these guys come with 2 swords, and they come with a head that is very similar to the Mercenary's head. So there's that. If you want to kind of switch those out, and like I recommend definitely picking up a couple of these Royal Guards just because they look really cool. I also recommend picking up a couple of the Mercenaries because the Mercenaries look pretty neat as well. But the Mercenary, you can at least like have an option to make it into a certain character. So, but we'll get into that whenever we do that. But if you want to, you pop that head off, and this is how you remove the torso armor. So if you want to kind of have one be different than the other, you want to do some mix and match, you can do that. It's all well and good. Like I said, I choose to leave the armor on. But like you could take this armor off, and you could take this wrist armor piece and put it on that one over there, if you so choose. You can see there's some dirt in there from where I've dropped it. But yeah, but this armor is just a really nice color. This gold and teal just looks absolutely wonderful. So there's that. I don't think... Okay, yeah. So there's a little double-sided ball peg joint for each of the heads. So if that's what you want to do, you can do that. Oh, let's get that back on. I don't even know if it's back. Oh, I guess it's in there now. Okay, yeah. There's no resistance, so, or all resistance, so there's that. But yeah, so you do have some options. Now, one thing I do want to note, I have since broken my Orva even further. I did end up buying a replacement just to kind of keep sealed. But something, whenever you get these guys out of the box, let me focus on him a little bit more again. So this one, his arm was turned like this. Now, you can get some of that movement. Well, it's actually a lot better than what it was. But you'll see it's kind of flat right there. I'll zoom in on it. There we go. It's kind of flat right there, where on this side, it's more rounded. You're going to want to have the more rounded side facing towards you. That way you don't meet any resistance when bending it at the elbow. So again, that's something to keep in mind. If you have the flat side forward, you're probably going to maybe potentially break something. I will say that these are something about they feel like a little less brittle. They're definitely still more solid than the original kind of run of these figures, like the scraps that I have. He's still kind of rubbery. These are definitely solid, but they don't feel brittle like the Orval did. I still think that maybe was just like something to do with like the color of the plastic color breakdown. But yeah. But you know, and again, like where I broke my Orval was probably because I didn't pay attention to that joint. Moving these little spears in and out of these hands has kind of caused a little bit of paint wear, as you can kind of see, but you can just turn it a different way, and that's fine there. So let's focus on this one. This is on the package, Mako, but this is indeed the Mercenary get up for it. So what you can do is you can either have this, you can troop build these as the Mercenary, and this is what the Mercenaries look like. Or, if you want to, these do pop apart because he comes with some different accessories. So he comes with 2 swords. He comes with a little scabbard piece right there. He comes with the spear tip, or a knife as I call it. And he also comes with this additional waist piece. So what you would do... Oh, and let's see. I didn't get it out yet. But he also comes with this wolf head. So there's that. This is the only way to get this particular head. So if you want to turn him into Mako, you're going to pop him apart. The first time popping this ball joint, this ball peg out of this socket here was a little trying. And this is actually, this is actually like one solid piece. So keep that in mind. But anyways, this all just sort of goes up in there. So you remove this piece, and then you slip on the new waist piece, and then kind of keep your thumb down here at the taint, and you're going to use that as leverage when you're popping that back on. So you got that. That's good. And then you can pop on this head piece, and you got... is it on there? I'm pretty sure it's on there. Oh, mine's a little loose. Okay, well, it is what it is. Personally, it's not that I don't hate. It's not that I hate the wolf head. I'm just not about it. But if you want to, this is the configuration for Mako. And I guess if you wanted to, you could probably take this armor piece off right here if you so choose. But anyways, I like leaving them on. Pretty neat. I think what would have been really cool, the only, I guess, kind of, not necessarily gripe, but just, I guess, what I would want overall would just be for the guards to have two arm armors instead of like one apiece. But I think the one is okay on this guy. So what I personally like to do, I'm going to pop that back off. I'm going to pop this back out, is you can, what's really, really awesome, why I really like the Mako figure so much, is like you can pretty much, you can place that over the this waist piece, and then you can, let me get in here so I can push that back in, make sure it's on. All right, there we go. Pretty sure that's sturdy. Sometimes you hear it pop, sometimes you don't. So you can have both of these equipped as an option, and I really like this. I just like the way this looks. Also, it kind of gives them some weapon storage. So if you want, you can stick this piece through here. I don't, but it's there if you want it to. But then, let's see. I'll take the scabbard piece, And if you guys watch my scraps review, I don't even know if it's still up, to tell you the truth. His scabbard piece didn't really stay into his back. This new batch, these scabbards stay pegged in, at least on this. I don't know if they go through the figures with the armor super well. Okay, yeah, it still stays in fine on that too. So that's a huge improvement. Something that I didn't get to check out with Orva. So from here, let's see. Let me get the mercenary head put back on. There we go. All right. So you guys know I'm a sucker for some weapon storage. So you can shove the sword through that, and then you can take his second sword and stick it through here, which, again, I'm a fan of. And then just a last kind of little thing here is I will take this little dagger piece and I will stick it back there. So if you want to, like, Mako is the only one, or Mako / Mercenary is the only one that you can really have full-on weapon storage for, which I am a big fan of. So they all have the same, or they both rather, have the same kind of gold and teal color scheme. It looks so nice. I just love the way it looks on top of, like, see if I can kind of get in here and really make out some of these colors. So it's definitely like a charcoal, like fur and I guess skin texture all around. But you even get some of these little black dots in here. It's kind of hard to see, but it's just a really deco all around. I like the dark color of the figure, but with the gold and the teal, it looks super sharp. So I really do dig that. There's that. And again, if you want to, you can, give these guys a sword to hold. It's just like that. No issues with the fingers, so just don't go pulling on them, but just kind of, see how I just sort of put it in there like that? You just sort of twist it in, and that's good. Personally, I'm probably going to just keep the swords stored away because, again, I really like these guys with the spears. I think they look pretty sharp. So there is that. But yeah, no issues standing up. I mean, you saw the one kind of fall over a minute ago, but I think this in particular just has a great shelf presence. Like, I know that that's not necessarily how it was intended, but I mean, there's really no fiction, at least none published, I should say, behind these figures in particular. So you can kind of just go nuts with however you want to do it. If you want more mercenaries, you can have more mercenaries. But this, I think, just looks really, really cool. So there's that. Let's do a comparison. Let's see. I don't even know. Yeah, I got him on a Firefly stand, but hey there, Shea. It's a little Marvel Universe Gambit. And something else in here. There's the dime novel Legends Badlands Vigilante. So you kind of see that. I've done some random 3 3/4 inch comparisons here and there. And I think this is one. I don't know if I've gotten him out in a while, but there's the Wandering Warrior from Boss Fight Studios. So, two kind of final comparisons. Something that I think the reason I really, really like the color schemes on this. And if you follow my Twitter, oh my God, of course, I'm going to knock one over. If you follow the link to my Twitter post in the description, I took some really cool pictures with the Tripredicus agent here. And he actually, these figures can actually mount and ride the Transmetal 2 Cheetor mold. And they also made a Cheetor homage in the regular Animal Warriors of the Kingdom line. But they also look really good here with the best Beast Machines mold ever. The Beast Machine, or this is the Universe version of Snarl. So this, I believe, is just more or less a happy coincidence, but this is why I like the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom line so much. I think they work really well with the vintage Beast Wars scale. I think they're pretty cool. I wouldn't mind getting the Baron Kali, I guess, in like more like browns instead of the blue. So that way I could probably have like a oh my god, I can't think of, I don't think they gave him the name, but I call him Oonga Boonga on Stasis Lock, but the Neanderthal from Code of Hero, you'd probably scale him pretty well with a vintage Beast Wars Dinobot. But yeah, these are really awesome. I really like the way these guys look. It's been fun just kind of posing and playing with this one in particular, just because like I am such a sucker for weapon storage, and he's got it. This sword can kind of, you know, come out of here. I mean, it's not, you don't slide it in. If you wanted to, you can just kind of put it in like that. You do that, and you can just have it twisted however which way you want. That's up to you. So anyways, these are awesome, and you know, again, not as brittle as the Orva. So I don't know what happened with the Orva, but these definitely are more sturdy. You know, but they're not brittle. So that I do really like. But I definitely recommend doing what Sparrow wants you to do and sticking these in some hot water just to sort of loosen up some of the joints. But there you go. I think for Scraps, I complained that he didn't have a stand, which, I mean, he kind of poses and stands fine on his own. But I know Orval stands fine, and these guys all pose and stand fine. So this is pretty awesome. If you want to pick these up, I left some links down in the description for the Tezca Royal Guard and for the Tezca Mercenary / Mako. So you can go pick those up there. Definitely recommend getting your hands on them. They just look really cool, you know. So anyways, if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment box. Glad to kind of eat some crow, you know, after the Orva situation. So, you know, really looking forward to some more coming out of the Sparrow Toys Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. I hope we can get some more Battle Beast homages and things like that. I think that would be super cool. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.